Hi everyone. I wanted to make this video um, for people who maybe are trying to heal certain issues but are not sure what to do, or they're not sure if a juice fast would really help them. I personally have been wondering that, and I was struggling with constipation for a while, even on a raw food diet, even after 7 years on high fruit, mostly raw diet. And I've been having allergies as well still. And now I'm in a 60-day juice fast, but I'm at day 32. And I just came across this information about allergies and about how any disease really happens. And I wanted to share it with you because it's really, really interesting, and it's really important to know this because then you can really understand how the body works and you can understand how to heal yourself. Um, this article is about allergies, but it also talks about other illnesses, other issues. So, the person who wrote this is Dr. Tim O'Shea on allergies. Allergies are not watery eyes and stuffed up noses. Allergies are reactions to irritants. Something foreign is triggering the body's cleansing responses. Alright? So it could be dogs, cats, acarians, mold, cockroaches. That's all things that I'm allergic um, of. Wheat, pollen, did I say dust? Like so many things can trigger your body to react a certain way. Um, the only thing is, your body is reacting because it is over. It's overloaded with a bunch of other crap that's inside the body, and that's just the drop that makes the vase overflow. You can't just say it's because of that drop, that extra drop, but it's because of everything else in your body. Then it goes on and says when antihistamines block these normal clearing responses from happening, the irritant or allergen or antigen is being permitted to enter further into the body than it would normally have gotten. So that means if you use drugs, over the counter drugs, if you use that stuff to stop the allergies, you're only making your immune system weaker. You're only letting your body be infected more, and it's not helping the actual cause of the problem. It's only blocking on the surface level. It's like you're putting a band-aid on a bleeding wound instead of um, doing stitches. It's like the band-aid, like, it's still gonna bleed if it's like a big wound. You need to like give it more care. um and then what do 90% of allergic Americans, I would say not only Americans but like humans, have in common? Undigested food. The chronic buildup of undigested food signals two main deficiencies within the body: enzymes and flora. Which means that if you have buildup of undigested food in your body, you don't have enough enzymes to break down the food or enough flora to help breaking down as well. All right? And this is a vicious cycle because the more build up undigested food you have, the more it's harder for your body to produce those enzymes, and the more your gut flora is going to be populated with other kind of bacteria that are there to also break down the food, but they're there and they're there to break down foods that is rotting, and we are not made to have rotting foods in our body. We're made to have it in and out pretty quickly. Within 24 hours it should be out. And so if it stays for longer and then it starts rotting, then there's different kind of bacteria that are going to start invading the body, and those bacteria also release toxins, and those toxins are also detrimental to our health. Keep reading. According to the FDA, the average American has between 4 and 22 pounds of undigested food in the colon at any given time. Rotting food in the digestive tract sets up a condition that gastroenterologists call leaky gut syndrome. Have you heard of leaky gut syndrome? Um, it's a really nasty one because a lot of people don't even realize they have it, and basically it's it's just when you have so much impacted old shit stuck in your colon that the food is not really passing through anymore, and then only like liquids can pass through, and then it's like you have chronic constipation. A lot of bad stuff happens when you have that. Or maybe some of the food is going to pass through but very small amounts, not at all like the amount that you the volume that you ate. I'm gonna keep reading. Putrefying sludge breaks down the cells of the gut lining, the epithelium. Alright, so some places in the intestines have only one cell membrane. It's one cell thick. So if you have food that's stuck onto that cell, under that cell, one cell membrane, what happens is that it's gonna choke off the blood supply that the delicate cells called ischemia. Um, these cells are not gonna have blood coming to them because the the crap is just blocking the way. And when you have that, the cells will die. And once those cells die, the foreign molecules from all of that rotting food can actually go out of the colon into the bloodstream, and they can go and lodge in any joint, tissue, or organ. Since they're rotting food, they're toxins, and as such, they can be the cause of practically any disease condition you can name it. Any disease condition. If you say we're allergic, yes, we're allergic, but we're allergic to all the food that was never digested, that it's still stuck in our colons. And I can tell you, at day 32 of my juice fast, I am still pooping solids. I am still pooping old crap that was there. Even while doing all this raw food for 7 years, it never came out. That was old food, even from since I was a kid and I was just eating the standard American diet, whatever wheat and meats and cheese for all these years. Without the flora, food rots in the colon, and rotting food becomes cemented within the inner folds of the colon's lining, destroying the mucosal cells, preventing normal function, and eventually blocking proper elimination. Rotting food leaks back into the bloodstream, going anywhere it can in the body. Alright, so this is what I just explained. World authority in probiotics, the late Dr. Kem Shahani, described flora as the second immune system. He was referring to the ability of the flora to remove a toxic stimulus or allergen, undigested food, from the body. Allergies simply cannot coexist in a body that has a healthy colon. After a while, the body can no longer distinguish between the undigested food particles and the tissues in which they are lodged. It sends its army, the immune system, to attack that foreign area. No longer just the foreign cells. So, whatever organ, whatever the tissue where the rotting food accumulates, that part of the body will be attacked as foreign, and we'll call it an autoimmune response. So, this is really interesting. The body cannot even know which cells are his anymore because it's just a full area that's stuck with all this old fecal matter that's blocking the lining of the intestines. So the whole, or it can be in the intestines and can be in any organ, and it's going to just attack itself because it's trying to resolve the problem. All right? All the foregoing has to do with undigested processed foods as the cause of allergic reactions. The threshold of reactivity. Since all this undigested food has no outlet or way to be broken down, it builds up within the body over months and years. Let's call the point at which a person actually breaks out with symptoms of allergy, hives, rash, runny nose, stuffed sinuses. Let's call that point of threshold. Between the threshold, the person won't have symptoms. Stay with me now for the punchline. Since the indulgent American is packing away all his stored debris, he is pushing his body steadily closer and closer to its toxic capacity. Day by day, he is jacking up his level of auto intoxication. Higher and higher. He is so close to the threshold at all times because of his indigestible diet that contact with cat hair, dust, pollen, phases of the moon, or whatever the specialist said it was allergic to, any contact is enough to raise him that last little bit, the straw that broke the camel's back, above the threshold. And voila, symptoms occur. And then the specialist blames the whole allergy on that last straw. Does it make sense to you? It really makes sense to me. The reason this information is not mainstream starts with an the allergy industry is big business. M for money. Both prescription and over-the-counter, changing one's diet is not. It goes back to the first paragraph about conventional wisdom. The vast majority of allergies today are food allergies. We're addicted to the things that poison us. Why search the house high and low for some elusive, unknown bug when there's an elephant sitting right in the middle of the living room? Here it is. It's no conspiracy theory or whatever. It is clear, crystal clear. There are powers that be that don't want you to be healed because if you were healed, you wouldn't buy their drugs. And so they're not gonna do publicity for fruits and vegetables and juicing and fasting because who's getting money then? They're not only not getting money, but they're losing money because they're counting on that. Everything is built up on having a sick society. So if you feel like you don't really fit in this society, it's because it is a sick society. And if you want to up your game, just join me in this juice feast. It'll be fun. Some days are harder than others. Like today, I woke up really early and I still didn't really do much. And now I feel like I just wanted to stay in bed, stay in my PJs, and that's alright. I can take it easy. I can do whatever I want. I decided to take that time off from working and just focus on my health and juice and share my vision, share my thoughts, hope to inspire more people. So this was a long video, but it was worth it. And I hope you enjoyed. I love you all. Let me know if you have questions, if you're about to start a juice fast, if you have allergies or any kind of illnesses and you think maybe you could heal it with juicing. I believe it will really help you. And take care. Have a good day.